Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Um, Today I just want to basically discuss my upgrade. I purchased this QWW battery off of Amazon, and I think it's a really good battery. It's got 20 amp hours. It's got a nice charger, quality charger. It's heavier than the Bolt charger. It's got a nice connector head on it right there. And I'm just showing you a picture right now because I should have made a video of me uh, mounting it, but there's plenty of other videos where people show how they mounted theirs, and I was impatient. So um, I'll show you. Oh, wonderful. It's not going to do it like this. Let's try it like this. So here's the specs in the battery. Pardon the, here I'll turn the phone sideways for you and that should look right. That's the spec sticker. It's a well-made battery. It's got all the approvals on the bottom. It's shipped and sold from within Canada and the US, so you don't have to worry about import fees and nonsense like that from all the batteries out of China. This one probably is out of China, but I don't know. It's sold here. They have warehouses both in Canada and the US, so you don't have to wait like 2 months for it. You definitely have to pay more, but it's a quality battery, and yeah, you get what you pay for in this world. This battery alone, I haven't drained it yet, but I did before the first light on the Jetson Bolt power indicator disappeared. Like when it disappeared, I was nearly at 18 kilometers on just the first 25%. So I'm a 250-pound man. It's easy to say that an average sized human being is going to get at least 60K out of this battery, as opposed to, well, I get like 10 to 12 out of the stock battery, and then it's time to turn it off. So other people get 15 or more, but if you weigh as much as I do, the stock battery only gave me 10 to 12. So between the two of them, I should have, 70 plus kilometers, which, or give or take, depending on hills and things like that. So I think that's fantastic. Now in this photo that I took, at least I took some photos while I was doing it. You can see here, this is a black electronics case with a zipper lid that goes around the edge, just around the outside edge. And the battery actually fits perfectly in there, but it was a little bit too tall for the zipper to want to close. So what I did was I put it in this plastic basket, and I actually doubled the basket up, so there's two of them, because it's pretty thin for just one, but two of them is really solid and sturdy. Then I used this white stuff. The battery, when they ship it in the box, it's really well packed with all this white foam. So I use this white foam to pack around the hard plastic case that I have the battery in. Then I took a bungee cord, and the white foam's here. I took a bungee cord and I just kind of like threaded it through, tied a knot on the edge here, tied it to the frame down over here, and that's holding everything down. And then I had some black sheet packing foam left over from the RoboMaster box. It was the top layer that had all the little wheel components, tiny little wheel component things in it. So I just cut that to size, made it a little bit bigger, and slid it underneath as a lid, and it's basically all pretty sealed up all around. So I'm confident that what I've done is going to keep the rain out. And from a distance, that's what the bike looks. Actually, I'm just going to show you the actual bike here now. I just wanted to show you how I mounted it. We'll get a little closer. So here we are looking at the bike. Show you some of the things I did to it. Might as well power this up as well. I mounted an old phone I had on there. It's nothing special, but it does the GPS flawlessly. It's a really old, crappy little phone, but it's on there. It's mounted solid. I just used a little back plate here, and I strapped it all down, and it won't go anywhere. It won't go anywhere. Oops, I should have been watching the camera. And it's got a nice loud speaker in it, so I can hear Google telling me to turn left and right and whatnot. It's an old phone, so it's taking a while to boot up. It's just a cheapie. I put it on there because if I break it, I won't care. I've watched people in other videos buying these fancy mounts, putting their $2,000 phone in it, and then they hit a bump and the thing goes flying. So I feel sorry for everyone who's experienced that. I don't want to break my $2,000 phone. So I guess maybe I'll just get a little closer here. There are other videos that show how to do this, how to add a wire. Basically, you just pop off there's 7 screws around here underneath these little rubber sort of grommet things, and you pop those out, and this cover comes off. You see your battery here, you see your controller over here, and you got your wiring all sitting up here, your wiring harness. And it's a simple SD60 plug. So I bought 2. Actually, I bought 4. I got 1 extra. I bought 2 extension cables and ran the plugs outside. And I've got them in a bag right now in case they get caught in the rain. I'm gonna buy one of those black triangle things to put here, those frame bags, and hide my wires. So I could switch between batteries right here. Right now I got the new battery plugged in, and because the internal battery will only, 300 to 500 charges, and if you drain it dead, the BMS is a piece of crap. So you will, that battery's gonna last the season if you use it. So I'm leaving it fully charged, and if for some reason I run out of juice on the big one, which can take like 1,500 charges, 2,000 charges, last 5 years, high quality, as opposed to a battery that might last 1 or 2 years over here. But if you drive it a lot, you probably only get a season out of it. So I will drive the quality battery. If the quality battery gets into its last blip because I'm driving too much that day, I will then switch to the internal battery to get me home, so I don't drain the good one completely dead, because it's never a good idea with these batteries to drain them right dead. You should leave a little something in them, and you should charge them immediately. So, I get the wire running up, and it goes underneath the seat, through the middle, and to the basket. It's charging right now because I came in, as you can see, red indicator, and the a little dark over here. The charge cord just comes out like that. When I'm done charging, I just tuck the charge cord into the in between the foam here, and it sits there nicely, and everything's nice and solid. I put 8 zip ties through the basket, and I did both sides, so there's lots of load bearing support, so it doesn't snap in one place. And I've been out on it about 3 or 4 times now, and didn't make any videos, just drove around. And like I said, the furthest I went was I want to see how far I can go before one of the power leads went down, and I was almost at 18 kilometers. So for a 250-pound man, it's pretty impressive. And I think the setup looks pretty nice. Everything's all blacked out. Of course, I got lights all over it, so when I'm driving, I'm lit up like a Christmas tree. And then the phone with my slow phone with a broken screen, but it's a leftover phone. Why use my good one? Oops, I hit the wrong icon. can't see the friggin' buttons here. Okay, let's just. It just loads up the Google Maps. Runs like a charm. And yeah. So pretty impressed by that. But anyway. Just shut that off. And I got a little battery charger down the side here because the battery kind of sucks in there. So I just plug that in. And it is holding like, I think it's 5,300 milliamps. And it fast charges, so it keeps this phone going for hours and hours and hours. And yeah, so that's where I am with my setup at the moment. And thanks for tuning in. I'll probably post some more ride videos and whatever further upgrades I think of. But right now I'm pretty happy. Like I was gonna buy it's gonna cost me $60 to buy a half decent saddle bag for back here, but the bag wouldn't have protected really anything. So I could maybe buy one to look better and put the basket inside it, but I honestly don't mind the basket look because it's not uncommon to see baskets on bikes, right? And I just I don't mind that. I think it looks okay. I think I'm just gonna leave it just like that. And that's where I put my lock. So that's where we're at with the Jetson Bolt Pro. And stay tuned for more updates.